Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw, and I'm here today with Sarah Hendley, who's the General Manager of Tourism New Zealand, North America, and Europe. And if you don't know, by now you should know that New Zealand has reopened for tourism. They're welcoming U.S. tourists, U.S. travelers, they're welcoming your clients. So we're going to talk to Sarah about what the status is right now, what's going on with New Zealand today, and we'll find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Well, first of all, Sarah, congratulations. You are open, right?
Thank you. Yes, we are open. We're excited to be able to welcome back visitors from visa waiver countries, which includes the US and Canada and most of Europe as well.
Now, what are the protocols to enter New Zealand today? I mean, before you couldn't enter at all unless you quarantine. Now, you don't have to quarantine anymore, right?
That's correct. You don't have to quarantine. You still are required to do a pre-departure test before arriving to New Zealand, but the government...
That can be an antigen, COVID, PCR, what?
That can be a PCR or a supervised or rapid antigen test. Okay. But the government has indicated that they will be lifting that requirement.
Probably before we lift the requirement to return to the U.S., I think.
Well, I'd hate to speculate on that with regard to timing. Yes, that is the case. And then also when travellers arrive in New Zealand, you're also provided with 3 rapid antigen tests and asked to take one on the day of arrival and then on day 5.
Is it self-administered? Or?
So, yes, self-administered.
Okay, I know those, yes. Now, so that's it. And I assume you have to fill out a health form or what? No.
That is correct. So before you leave, you have to fill out a traveller declaration, which basically verifies that you have taken the test and that you are negative and are able to travel to New Zealand.
Yeah, well, that's actually always the problem I have. I can't fill out these electronic forms very well because they always seem to reject me. And I travel a lot. I travel 250 days a year, so I've had to fill out a lot of forms in my time in the last year because I've been traveling the entire 2021. So, but not sadly to New Zealand, and now you're open. Now, once we get to New Zealand, you're coming back. How are you promoting the country now as it emerges?
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to be telling Americans all about the fact that New Zealand's open and all the amazing things that you can do there. We actually started our brand campaign here in the US back in February. It's a fantastic collaboration that we're doing with National Geographic and introducing travellers to the concept of manaakitanga, which is our hospitality and welcoming that we have in New Zealand. So we're continuing that through, and then we're also working on an all-new brand campaign which is going to be launching in the summer.
And that's aimed at, you can't give us a hint of what's it going to be about?
Oh, unfortunately, I can't give you a hint. We're keeping it completely under wraps, but it's exciting. I have had a sneak peek.
Okay, well, we'll be looking forward to that. Now, are there any particular destinations within New Zealand that you're really keying on for this year?
To be honest, I think we're not keying in on any particular destinations. What we do encourage is people to get out and visit as many regions and destinations as you can. There's so much to do within New Zealand, and it's quite compact a country, so it's quite easy to get around and see a lot in a short space of time. We like to say you can go skiing and surfing in the same day.
I've heard this.
Yes, and if you know those of us that are really apt at this, you can even squeeze in maybe a visit to a winery in the middle there. So very compact and great to get around.
To be willing to be able to do skiing and swimming and drinking.
Well, whatever your heart desires, you can put together some fun activities, lots of great experiences. But I think that's the great thing about New Zealand is that there are lots of varied landscapes and experiences, so you can pack a lot into one vacation.
Now, we go out to 100,000 U.S. travel advisors. How are you working with them to help them book more of their clients to New Zealand? Absolutely.
Well, the travel community is so important for us. And right throughout COVID, we did a lot of work with webinars and virtual for meal series. We knew that this was a great opportunity for people to find out more about New Zealand. We're continuing that. We have quite an extensive webinar series. We've also built out some tools, such as what we call our marketing hub, that enables advisors to leverage all of the assets that we use, white label them with their contact details and push them out to their clients. So highly recommend you can go to newzealand.com in the trade section, and find all of those details, but there's a really lots of great tools there for advisors to use.
And I do know a lot of advisors who specialize in selling travel in New Zealand. They love it. They love the country. They're really devotees of it, and they're quite willing willing to get their clients back to New Zealand after more than 2 years, really.
Yes, absolutely. We've definitely heard that. A lot of advisors had, right throughout the pandemic, had been asking us when we were going to be open, because they had clients that were ready to book as soon as New Zealand was open, and so we've started to definitely see that. So we're excited to be able to welcome back visitors to New Zealand and show your clients the great experience that you can have in country.
Anything else you want to say to our 100,000 travel advisors out there about New Zealand today and being back now?
I would say we're open, and we're excited to have your clients and yourselves down as well to experience all that New Zealand has to offer.
Well, Sarah, thank you for taking the time. We're actually here at an event to kind of celebrate New Zealand's opening, and maybe some new flights and things going in. In fact, I'm going to be talking to Air New Zealand in a bit. That'll probably be the next interview you'll see later this week. So again, thank you so much for taking the time, and someday soon I will get down there myself.
I look forward to seeing you down there.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.